Okay, so what I wanted to do was program this really quick. And so what I'm going to do is just go through all the steps and we will see what happens. So this is called nerd framing. All right, so I just created that A right there. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to be able to put this word clear in here. It's not going to work. All right, well, let's just show you the main part. So what you see on the left here, if you've ever worked with LP Smart Side, they want a 3/16 gap all the way around everything. And I was cutting a bunch of trim for windows. And it's easy enough to figure out, but if the windows, like I did 8 windows that were exactly the same size, so that was pretty easy. But if they were changing size, then I wrote this really quickly in the evening so that the next day you could just give me the width of the window and the height of the window, and I could kick you out the trim boards that go around it. So let's write this. Of course, that's wrong. So I can do this on a regular real HP50 calculator, but doing it this way, I have to think a little bit. I need these two. There we go. And then I do this. It's weird driving with the mouse. So window width FIS. So we'll lock alpha. That's a double click. And we will go all right, so FIS is feet inch 16. I'm still in locked alpha, as you can see right there. I've put myself under pressure here because my wife is bringing Chinese food home for dinner. And I don't know if I'll get this done before she gets here. Input. Here we go. Space. Oh, you know what's going to suck? This is going to suck because I don't have these subroutines in the calculator on this calculator. So I think what I'm going to have to do is actually record this with the camera on my iPhone and show you what it looks like on a real calculator. I think that'll work. And then you can, but go ahead and copy all this down. If you want to be a nerd, you want to write your own software, your own equations to do framing. Yeah. Another one who's a great nerd framer is Tim Euler. And like he'd have retro 80s playing right now in the background, but I didn't think about that. All right. So let's hit stop and I will merge this with live action from the phone. Okay, so this is reality. I'm gonna push. Let me just show you. Yeah, see that? There's all the equation that I had in there. And I'm going to clear it. All right, so as a program, I have the wrong glasses on even. Hopefully this isn't blurry. So that first phrase we typed in that said window width FIS, These windows, let's just do these 4040 windows, and they happen to be 3 foot. So you go 3 space 11 space 8, and that's feet inch 16th for the size of the window. They were 47.5 inches, or 3 foot 11 and a half, and a half is 8/16. So you hit enter, and they're the same value vertically. So that would be 3 space 11 space 8, enter. And then the trim width in inch. So the trim was exactly 3.5 inches, so 3.5, and that's an enter. And then the caulking gap, they want 3/16, but I don't know how to do fractions on this calculator, so that would be 0.1875 would be the decimal fraction of that, and you hit enter. And there's what it gives you. So the bottom piece is the size of the window plus 3/16 on either side. So that takes it from 311.8. You're going to add 6/16 or 3/8 total. Becomes 311.14. So that's the bottom piece you cut. Then you make the sides, the size that you see there, 436, and that's adding that 3.5 for it to stick past the bottom piece. And then the top piece has 3.5 twice because it has to stick over the sides. And all of these have that 3/16 factored in. And so there you go. You can do any window and be in warranty compliance with LP. And you know, LP, yeah, it's really easy to work with, but that gap is huge. You're gonna spend money on caulking, and it just looks odd. But I guess they have a lot of expansion contraction issues, so that's why they do it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Nerd out. Shout out to RR Builder, who gave a very thorough installing LP, and we're having to do some window trim for these windows in the basement. Like the rest of it's done. But the biscuiting, oh, that looks bad. Yeah, OSB's not really a biscuit friendly. But anyways, biscuiting and pocket hole to hold them together until the Gorilla Glue dries.